What is going on, everyone? Radice here, and today I'm with my good friend Arman, and we're going to be talking about if you should get a career in sales, if you should go to post-secondary, and what type of route you should go on with your life. We're going to be speaking about our experience and things that we've learned along the way, so make sure you stick around and watch the whole video because there's going to be a lot of value in here. So to start off, Arman, why don't you give my audience a bit of a story behind what you do, who you are, and all that type of stuff, your whole career.
Sure. So I'm actually a realtor myself, like Radice.
Yep.
And basically, I spent 4 or 5 months, I would say about. And prior to that, I was in actually 3 different sales jobs. I loved sales. Okay. Not to say that I love tricking people into selling, because that's what most people think it's about.
Yeah.
It's actually more about the people business. You know what I mean? That's what I see it as. And so I used to do door-to-door sales, okay, selling home services. It was like one of my best gigs, to be honest, because it was like, I learned so much from that business, because I wouldn't say it paid me a whole lot, but in terms of experience-wise and learning how to talk to people and persuasion techniques and so on,
right,
it was incredible, I would say.
Yeah, and just for like some context, Arman, how old are you?
I'm actually 20 years old.
Yeah, so Arman's actually a year older than me, and he's already done so much, right? So Arman, I'm kind of curious, like, did you want to go to post-secondary, like college or university, or did you know already in high school that you wanted to do sales?
I would say when I was in high school, I didn't know exactly if I wanted to or not, to be honest with you.
Right.
I kind of dragged into that route because I saw other people, doing big things who didn't even go to school, who didn't even go to post-secondary. So I was like to myself, if they can do it, why can't I? You know what I mean? And I'm not talking about doing something where it makes you like an average income. I'm talking about doing something big, doing something nice with your life,
Yeah.
And in regards to sales, there's so many things we can talk about that people don't understand and that people think it's a different game, right? Mm-hmm. So you want to cover that right now?
Yeah, let's do it.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I would say, okay, first of all, sales is not for everyone. That's what I think.
I agree 100%.
It's not for everyone. I've had people who are like, I just want to get paid at the end of the day. I don't really care.
So here's the thing, right? I think, because I like how you mentioned some people think sales is manipulative.
Yeah.
I think the people that are trying to get rich quick, those are the type of people that think they're going to be manipulating people. Right?
Yeah.
Like, you and I probably know that a lot of people become real estate agents because they're going to get rich quick. And they're trying to get, literally trying to get rich quick. And they look at everyone as a transaction. As opposed to you and I, we're young people in the game. We know long term, we need to not manipulate people. Yes, there's persuasion involved and sales tactics. But that's more to really, foster a relationship, right?
Exactly, and like Reddy said, it's not just about the transaction. You have to care about people and put their best interests on top.
Exactly.
And then know that money will come on the side. That's literally how it's supposed to be. Because when it's that way, people will actually care about you. I'm not sure if you guys heard this quote, but it's like people don't care about how much you know until they know how much you care.
I really like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That's powerful.
That quote, like, you could be the best seller, you could be have the best product, but at the end of the day, if you don't talk to people and build relationships, no one really cares to come to you. People want to connect to you. So it's simple as that, I would say. It's very important to remember that. So it's about the people's business, like I said, and you really have to focus on that for sure for itself.
Yeah, and Arman, I'm curious. So I personally believe that if you want to be an entrepreneur, some people are born with it, some people are not born with it, but they can get into it. Do you think the same follows for sales?
So you're saying entrepreneur versus sales, right?
Yeah, so in the context that, let's just say, some people, I'll walk into a room and I'll be like, that guy is a hardcore closer. Like, I'll know how they operate. I'll be like, that guy will literally close me. Do you think that you have to be born with that charisma, that talent, that enthusiasm? Or do you think you can learn it? Because there are people who are born with it. Yeah. There are people who aren't born with it. Do you think that you can learn it and get to that level?
I think it's just based on realizing your potential, especially. So here's the thing, okay? Before I did sales, I didn't know about this field. You know what I mean? When I got into it, I built that drive and that passion within helping people and actually making some money with it on the side. You know what I mean? Okay. I wasn't born crying and saying, I want to do sales, I want to do sales. You know what I mean?
Right.
Maybe some people, they have a drive in the beginning, but when they get into the field, that's when they build that passion, especially.
Okay, gotcha. So you think people can build that skill? It's a skill.
Yeah, people. I think personally, most people build that skill. That's what I think.
Some people that are lucky are born with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's it's in a sense where you have to want to do it and you have to like to do it. You know, I've had individuals tell me, I just want to get paid. Like, I don't want to be able to make no money. Because in sales, you can make no money if you put no effort.
Agreed.
But the mindset that the individual has who does sales, he says, man, if I put more effort into this, I'll make more money. I'll be making more money. I don't have to worry about that. You know what I mean? I don't have to worry about making no money. I'll be making more than 10 times more, you know?
Exactly. And I always love to draw the reference. If you're a realtor and you're going to be door knocking 8 hours a day, every single day, you're going to make 6 figures. Like, easily, right? Like, if you're putting in the reps, putting in the time, and I think that's another thing. People think that, oh, I want to get into sales, I'm going to make a lot of money. That's not how it works.
Yeah.
That's never how it works. If you got to understand, you have to put in the reps, you have to put in the hours, and you have to learn how to sell, right?
Yeah. And one thing you have to understand, it's the system. So sales is a system from prospecting to literally explaining points and to literally closing.
Yeah.
So, for example, in real estate, you have prospecting, qualifying the individual, then you would sit down with them, find a home, close, put in the conditions, and etc. It's all a process. You don't go up to a potential client and say, "Here, I'm gonna sell you this." No, you have to keep qualifying, green light,
following up,
going to that way.
Yeah.
Now, for example, that was real estate. What I did for door to door, I would go up to people's door and I would just knock, okay? First things first, I would always want to get a quote for the pricing of their windows if they want to get it clean. I would never try to sell them. After I would do a door to door, or what am I saying, door to door? After I would do a quick tour around their home, then I would kind of bring in the points as to what makes us better than other companies, and how we have like a whole sale going on within the neighborhood, and our cleaners are coming in and doing other people, so we can give you a discount, and etc. Selling points, right?
Exactly.
And once they give me a green light, I would be like, so are you available Tuesday or Wednesday? You know, I would just give them 2 dates that they can work out with. I wouldn't give them the, especially this is one of the most important, I would say, I wouldn't give him the option to say no almost, right? I would just keep driving it forward until the sale is closed.
Yeah, no, I like that. And even like with real estate, right? Like if you're doing a showing and you're bringing someone into their potential future home, you want to tell them, hey, why don't you sit down on that couch and imagine, just let them visualize, let them sell themselves, right?
Exactly.
And that's another thing. It's like people might be like, oh, like that's evil, that's manipulative, but that's how people buy things, right? Another thing is people don't understand that you need to be in contact with a brand or a product 7 times before you make a buying decision, right? So that's why you see all these advertisements. That's why you see all these things. Like for example, Costco, they're selling you on their whole product by giving you free samples. Like, is that not considered manipulative, right? Like they literally give you free things so that you go wander all around their store, and then by the end of it, your cart's full of all this shit that you never even knew existed, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, is that not manipulative? Like it's the same thing that they're doing, but I don't know why people think that, oh, salespeople are evil. I mean, again, guys, salespeople, we're not evil. I mean, you don't have to be manipulative. That's not how it is. It's just people have that, it's like a stigma, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So Arman, what would you say for someone who's right now, they want to get into sales, right? Let's just say they're working a job, they're making like 80K a year. But they're not happy. They want to get into sales. What would you recommend? Because I think I know what I would do. What would you recommend someone do to get into sales?
So, first of all, it's not what to do to get into there. It's like realizing if it's really for you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you might not get paid whatsoever in the first year. Like, you might do really bad, you know? But you have to be prepared for that. So, if you're making like an income where it's like steady, right? Jumping right into a sales job, it's a little bit of a risky move. But if you're 100%, 200% at it, like, I would say you're gonna be making exponential money. Like it's not gonna be steady. It's gonna be exponential for 100%. And you have to kind of sit down and see like what you want to do, right? Like if you want to do door to door, calculate that and see like, okay, how much am I gonna make in one day if I were to close 4 homes? Write that down. What I was doing back then was that I was like, you know what, door to door is a sales process, okay? And when I came to this business, before this business, I was to myself like, man, door to door, I can make only this much in a day. Real estate, I have to learn this whole system, and once I learn it, within 1 or 2 years, it's all going to be subconscious, right? So it's not going to be working anymore. I know exactly what's going to be going on. It's like a workflow for itself, right? So I'll be making even more money, you know what I mean? And so it wasn't just the money for itself, it was that real estate, my dad's a builder for himself too. So it was something that's like, it's my background, and I really wanted to get into it, so I got into it that way as well.
Right.
So I would say just sit down and compare different jobs, how much money you can make, and which one you would like the most.
And I really love how you mentioned that. And here's one thing I would say. With real estate or anything, there's going to be scripts. And you're going to have to learn the scripts. But think about it. After you learn the script, what else do you have to do other than just hammering the script down?
Oh yeah, the script is one of the most important.
Like literally, but think about it,
Yeah.
right? Like with any other job or any other business,
Yeah.
you have to continuously adapt.
Exactly.
Yeah, you might change the script every now and then,
Yeah.
but once you learn the script, it's just a numbers game and how many people you can deliver that script to.
Exactly.
So it's like there is a learning curve, but after that, like after you get to the top, it's just you're just making money.
Yeah, and something script, I feel like some people just don't like it, right? They think it's gonna be too robotic. I thought of that in the beginning myself, but I was actually given a script in the beginning when I started as a door-to-door salesman.
Yeah.
And I basically just kept going over it and over it, okay? And you gotta remember, you can't be robotic whatsoever. You have to read it and become very fluent at it. And most importantly, I want to touch upon this as well, is that it's not about what you say only, it's also about how you say it.
Right.
That's very important.
Yep.
Right? So scripts will help you on a foundational level, and then you can also maneuver and adjust your own words into that as well.
And so here's the thing, that goes with everything, right? Like imagine if I started this YouTube video, hey guys, it's Rudis, today we're going to talk about sales of Arman, right?
Yeah.
Like obviously I didn't do that. I made it actually, I hope, I made it entertaining,
Yeah.
right? And you have to do that with everything, man. Like even if I'm going to call Arman on the phone, like Arman, let's film some videos. I'm going to be like, Arman, let's make some videos, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to be enthusiastic and be happy about it. I can't just be like, Arman, like we closed each other to come here.
Yeah.
Like that's what we did.
Yeah.
If you didn't close me on it, and if I didn't say let's make some videos, we would not be here.
Exactly. So
Everything
is sales.
Everything is sales,
Yeah.
and that's such an important. I'm so glad we brought that up, because everything is a sell. If you're gonna ask your mom to take you somewhere, if you're gonna tell your girlfriend to go on a date, if you're asking a girl for her phone number,
Even yourself. If you're laying on the bed doing nothing, you
Exactly.
convince yourself to lay on the bed.
everything is
Not
a
doing
sale. Okay, everything
Yeah.
is a sale, guys. I think this is a great way to wrap it up, because I think
Yeah.
we just completely destroyed it.
Yeah.
Arman, where can they find you if they do have any questions for you, or they want to follow you, like, you know?
Yeah, so you can follow me on Instagram. That's my personal one, at Arman Show. And, you're going to put it down.
I'll
for
link it down
yourself.
for sure, yeah.
And I also run a community of real estate, right, within North America and Canada and some other countries as well. It's called Dealter. I put infographics for individuals who actually want to learn real estate, whether if you're a realtor, you're a mortgage agent, or you just want to get into the real estate field.
Yeah.
Make sure you follow that as well. It's called Dealter.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Yeah,
Thank
and
you so
guys,
much, man. Really appreciate it. This is awesome.
Of course.
Yeah.
No, and I actually really like the Dealter account. Just a bit of a side note, Arman, why don't we talk about this just as like a side note?
Sure,
So
yeah.
you and I DM'd Arman on his Dealter account because I really like the infographics. One day we go to a networking event and Arman's like, Rudis, like I know who you are. I'm like, who are you? And then he's like, I'm Dealter. And I'm like, no way, you're the man behind this page.
Yeah.
And from there, we've just been nurturing our relationship, and now, we've met, maybe like 3-4 times now? Something
Yeah.
like that. And
Yeah.
now here we are filming videos. So again, guys, if you didn't, it's crazy, right?
It's crazy how life works.
I know.
Like, literally, just how we attract. Because when I saw that, I'm like, wait, this is the same guy I was talking to with the account.
Yeah.
He DM'd me too as well.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, the world is so small.
So small, it's crazy. But yeah, guys, if you did enjoy this video, leave a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Thanks, and goodbye.
Have a good one.
You guys killed that.
How long was that?
Here, hold on.
13 minutes.
Oh, yeah. It was, yeah,
Beauty.
that was amazing.
Turn this on.
Awesome, yeah.
Yeah, that was fire.